Yo, what is good, everybody? And I'd like to welcome you back to another episode of the Sport Your Enthusiasm podcast. I am your humble host, Bryce Benjamin, and I have two guys here in the building with me today. My co-host, the man of the hour, Dave Bean. Dave, what's going on, man?
What's going on? It's good to be back.
Yeah, man, week layoff, but we back. And I have a special guest in the building today. My other brother from another mother, my cousin Marques. One of the best boxing and combat sports minds that I know. He's going to share his insight on the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fight. What's going on, Marques?
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, man, we took a week off last week, holiday weekend, Thanksgiving, so we wasn't able to record, but, you know, we back at it today. I'm glad you guys are tuning in. Speaking of Thanksgiving, how was your Thanksgiving, man? How'd everything go for y'all?
It's good. Food was good. Dallas won. That's not good, but
definitely the food was amazing.
Yeah,
never can complain about that.
Yeah, man, I enjoyed my Thanksgiving. You know, Mom Deuce did it up in the kitchen, the turkey, mac and cheese, the dressing. Yo, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
To be honest with you, man, I really don't have one. If I had to choose, I'd say the turkey. I don't know.
I probably would have to say the dressing just because I only look forward to it, you know?
Yeah, dressing is one of those things that you only get around like this time of year. Like turkey too, I guess. But I don't know, like turkey, that's like just there. But then the dressing and the mac and cheese, like the combination.
Right.
Yeah, that shit is it.
The greens.
The greens, yeah. Dave don't know about that.
Them shits are nasty, man. I don't know how you.
We're not gonna take it
shit.
But yeah. On today's podcast, we're gonna talk some football. The Dallas Cowboys game against the New Orleans Saints last night. Impressive performance by the Cowboys. Want to get the thoughts on that game there. The Hall of Fame semifinalists came out, and I want to talk a little bit to see some opinions. Who do we think should get in? And, just reminisce a little bit about these great players that's going to be enshrined. Basketball, we had a big game last night, a potential finals preview between the Raptors and the Golden State Warriors. Very good game, so definitely want to dive into that. And, of course, I got Marques here for big fight tomorrow, Saturday. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, one of the most anticipated heavyweight fights we've had in a while. Definitely want to get into that. Looking forward to that.
Definitely.
But here, let's go ahead and kick it off, yo. So last night, Thursday night game, we had the Dallas Cowboys against the New Orleans Saints. And I don't know about y'all, man, but I was very impressed by the Dallas Cowboys last night. Going into the game, watching ESPN, watching NFL Network, watching all the sports channels, nobody had Dallas winning, basically, besides like Skip Bayless and a couple of Dallas fanboys.
I had Dallas winning.
Shout out to Dave.
Right. Dave, I actually talked to Dave last night, and it was funny that he called it out. I'm just thinking, I'm a basic fan, like 10-1 record. What are they?
The Saints is 10-1 going into the game. Yep. To
the the Cowboys. I'm just thinking, they was gonna take it, but
yeah, man. So the Saints lose to the Cowboys last night, 10-13. And what was really a good old fashioned defensive battle. One of my those are my favorite type of games. I grew up a Ravens fan, so I'm used to those. But that was an excellent performance by both teams on the defensive side. And Dallas, man, that was impressive. They pulled that one out. What's your thoughts on the game, Dave? What do you think about it?
I just think Dallas instilled a lot of false hope into their fans, thinking that they actually have a shot to do something this year. I got Dallas losing the next 3 out of 4 to finish off the season 8-8. But good game. Hats off. They played their ass off. Defense, definitely an elite defense in the league today. Van Der Esch all over the field. Jalen Smith, kid can play. Zeke's running the ball the last few weeks. I believe that's why they got on this 4-game win streak. But in the end, Dak doesn't got what it takes to get the job done come playoff time. So I don't even see them making the playoffs, to be honest with you. But got to give respect where respect is due. Dallas, good game, guys. Good game.
Shout out. The Cowboys, they impressed me. So I don't watch too many Cowboys games. They are on TV all the time, but I usually just turn them off or go to the other game that's playing. But these last few weeks, they won their last 4. And these last 4 weeks has been impressive, especially last night. the way, it's not that the fact that they beat the Saints, it's the way that they did it. Like, the Saints has been scoring like uncontrollably on everybody. Mm-hmm. You know, they're averaging like 30, 31, 32 points a game right now, leading the league. And they couldn't do shit. Like, they could not get their offense going last night. Dallas shut that shit down.
Right. And actually, Dallas played tough. I watched that game.
Right.
They played tough.
And, like, they was all over Drew Brees. They was all over the receivers. Alvin Kamara couldn't really get off. And, like, the Saints didn't score until 10 minutes into the left in the third quarter. Like, they shut them out for a whole half. Made some key defensive stops. Like, that was a very impressive game. The pass rush of Dallas definitely got Drew Brees rattled. The cornerbacks was able to cover those receivers. Like, Michael Thomas couldn't do nothing. Byron Jones did a really good job covering Michael Thomas, and then the rest of the cornerbacks for Dallas there and safeties. So I was very impressed with the way that Dallas performed in that game last night.
Yeah, I was impressed too, but you know, in the end, I think history has a tend to repeat itself. If you go back to the last time the Saints were on a long winning streak, such as 9 games, they started off 9-0, and I believe, what was that, 09? What did they do, win the Super Bowl that year?
Yes, sir.
Who beat them that year?
Who was it?
Dallas.
Okay.
That's the whole reason why I picked Dallas to win that game last night. It's kind of setting up for a Saints Super Bowl. I really see them, winning it all this year. They had a setback last night, but they got 10 days to figure it out, and whoever they play next is going to get a beat down. I promise you that. Yeah,
I'm not too worried about New Orleans. Like, they came in and they didn't have the greatest game against the Cowboys, and that's a testament to Dallas, still, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
But to me, this is a great victory for Dallas. First of all, they take control over the division. They are currently leading the division by a game over the Redskins, who they lost their quarterback. Yeah. By the way, y'all see that injury to Alex Smith? Yeah, that shit was disgusting.
Another history tends to repeat itself.
Right, man. On the same day that Theismann had the same injury, pretty much, that was crazy.
Definitely go.
So Redskins, they're down without their starting quarterback. They got Colt McCoy starting. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles, they barely scraped by the Giants last week. The Giants, I thought they had them dead to rights. And then for
the Giants have been playing some good ball the last few weeks.
Yeah, but I don't know what's good with that head. The damn coach, like fucking Saquon Barkley was killing the Eagles.
Right.
And then you don't give them the ball in the second half.
Listen, Giants got a real problem with closing games too that I realized.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
They got, I don't know if it's just bad luck or because games that's close, they can't figure it out. I don't get it. That's sad.
Man, that shit is crazy, man. But yeah, like I was saying, I think this is a testament to Dallas. That was a good victory. I think that they definitely have control over the division. They won 4 in a row. And I can see them going ahead and closing this thing out. Dave, you said that you don't think that they're going to make the playoffs, though, right?
No, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I believe the Eagles, got a wake-up call in that Saints game, the beatdown they took. They went into the Giants. They felt, the Giants game with the same attitude. The first half, took a 13-0 to start the game, but they finished off strong. I think that they'll end up taking the division in the end. Dallas has Philly next week. I think that's going to be a tough game for them, and then they got to play the Colts. The Colts have been rolling just like Dallas has been rolling.
Yeah, the Colts definitely been playing well. Shout out to Andrew Luck.
Yeah, I could see them losing that game too. Then they play the Bucs. I think they'll be able to scrape by the Bucs, and then they play the Giants to finish off the season. I see the Giants taking them down in New York. They lose the last 3 out of 4, go 8-8. And, the way the Eagles been playing, maybe 8-8 is enough to win the division, but it doesn't matter. This division is the worst division in football, and whoever wins out of this division is going to lose first round anyways.
So Dallas, they got the Eagles next week at home. All right, let's mention that. And Dallas is 5-1 at home right now. So they got the Eagles, then they play the Colts, who are definitely playing well in Indy. Tampa Bay and New York, like you said. I could see Dallas finishing 10-6 and winning this division. Only game I could really see them dropping will probably be against the Colts, the way that Andrew Luck is playing ball right now.
That boy is playing. He's back.
But, listen, the one thing about football and that we all know is that defense travels. Defense tend to travel.
Right.
And the Cowboys defense, they have one of the better defenses in this year.
Oh, yeah.
And their offensive line has improved because, they was giving up a lot of pressure to Dak Prescott. Like,
they had some injuries, and them guys came in.
Right. Even though the Saints had 7 sacks last night. So they was all over them boys.
Right. That win last night just proved to me that they're going to get that division. That was that type of win.
Right. That was definitely a statement win.
Right.
Like, yo, we know y'all the best team in the league, so forth, so what up, but we about to punch y'all in the mouth, and that's exactly what they did. So I was very impressed by Dallas, and like I said, I think they're going to win that division. So we have about 5 games remaining for the other teams, 4 games remaining for Dallas. So about 5 games left, and pretty much we can kind of figure out who's going to be making the playoffs. So I do want to get predictions. Who do you guys think is going to go ahead and close out the season as the division winners? And then who do you think is going to be the 2 wildcard teams for each conference? So let's start off with the AFC. So right now in the AFC, we have the Patriots winning the AFC East. We have the Chiefs leading in the AFC West with a 9-2 record, with the San Diego right behind them at 8-3. Steelers at 7-3. Leading the AFC North, and then the Texans 8-3 leading the AFC South. So first of all, do you think those are going to hold up? Do you think that the division leaders right now are just going to go ahead and wrap those up?
Patriots, yes. Chiefs, yes. Steelers, yes. And probably the Texans. Yeah, I'd say they all hold up. I really do.
And if not, I'd say the Texans would be the ones that wouldn't out of all 4.
I've been getting a lot of people saying that.
Marky. I'm with you.
I don't see that, man. The Texans have been balling.
Definitely tough.
Yeah, but if you go back to that week 2 game, or what was it, week 4 game, Texans' first win, Frank Reich, he's doing a great job with Indy, but in overtime, he should have played for the tie. When he tried to play for the win, he went for it on his own 35-yard line, 4th and 3, couple minutes left. He wanted to get the win, didn't get it. Gave an easy field goal opportunity for Houston, and that's what got them rolling. You take that tie, they got to play each other one more time. Indy could have really, I think Indy wins the next game they play, and I think that they could have taken over the division, but being 2 games back right now, it's going to be kind of tough to overcome that. And
they do play again, though, right? Indy and
yes.
Houston?
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's a big game for Indy. But I think the Texans are going to hold steady on that one. Yeah, I could definitely see them going ahead and finishing that one.
2-game lead, that's tough to blow. But has Houston really been shining like that? I don't see it. I think that they scraped by a few teams. They scraped by my boys from Buff because Nathan Peterman.
Shout out to Peterman, man. He got cut.
R.I.P. See ya.
So the Texans' last remaining games, they got Cleveland on Sunday. Cleveland have been playing ball.
Cleveland just might get them this week.
Baker Mayfield is the truth. I fucks with Baker. I don't really hate Cleveland because they're not really no threat to my Ravens.
I love Baker.
But Baker's the truth. That team is definitely turning around, and they're going to be an issue come next year. So
for sure.
The AFC North is definitely going to be an interesting division. Well, they got the Cleveland next week at home. They got the Colts the week after that. And that's a home game as well. That's going to be a big game. That could determine the division right there. They could probably wrap it up.
They could lose 2 straight right there.
That's a fact. Then they finish out with the Jets, Eagles, and Jaguars, which I see at least 2 wins. The Jets and the Jaguars on that one.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see. I think the Texans are going to hold steady. I got them finishing. I think that they're going to beat the Browns. I could see them losing the Colts. And I could see them beating the Jets and the Texans. So I got them finishing 11-5. I think that they're going to
the Jets and the Jags, right? Yeah.
Jets and Jags, excuse me, yes.
Yeah. Eagles, I feel like they'll go on a run at the end of the year. They should win that game.
So, you got the Eagles winning let's go ahead into the NFC then.
Well, you want to get the 2 wild cards for
the
AFC?
2 wild cards. 2 wild cards for the AFC. So, right now, the wild card standings is the Chargers at the 5 seed and then the Baltimore Ravens at the 6 seed. You got Tennessee, you got Indy nipping there, right behind them. And then the Bengals probably ain't going to do nothing. They're not looking too sharp. But, so probably the wild cards is really going to come down to 3 teams, either the Ravens, the Colts,